Perfect. Okay, ready to rock and roll. You tell me when to start.
Go ahead.
Oh, recorded. Okay, guys, welcome to the call. And today we are going to be covering something I did about a month and a half ago, and some people were asking me again. And from time to time, I'm going to be repeating some of the webinars, although with a new face, because all the new stuff that is coming is happening. Holy cow! I have to take my energy drink right now. All the things that are happening in isogenics. Isogenics, by the way, this past weekend they have an amazing event in Boston, Massachusetts, and you probably heard that was the storm of the century. No, they were not referring to the blizzard, but to the Isogenics University, in case that was a joke. We have several associates that got stuck there, as a matter of fact. Some associates have not come back yet because the flights were delayed. But anyway, well, let's talk about the perfect story. And the reason yesterday or last week, excuse me, we talked about how you could contact people, your list anyway, because your list is your major asset. But we have to make sure that you are telling your story often out there, especially guys, if you're doing a blitz, because the more people you tell your story, obviously the more people you are going to sign up. The more you tell your story, also you are filling up your pipeline of prospects that eventually you're going to have a lot of sign-ups. And that's the secret. When some people say, well, last month, how did you sign up so many people? Well, the reason is because the pipeline, you can build the pipeline by telling your story consistently, sending people to the tool consistently, etc. But anyway, we already know about our prospecting system. The basics is connect, present, and follow up. And of course, on the center, you build your list. And we talked last week about this. And this is something that always, every time that you see me talking, I'm going to show you this, because this is the backbone of everything that you do every day. At the end of this presentation, also, I'm going to show you a slide that is a postcard, like a postcard style that I have in my desk right now. And I posted in some of the boards on Facebook. But anyway, let's talk about stories. Why it's so important. Now, it's funny because we have done this several times. This is one of my favorite topics when I talk about how to create your story. And I've been using this formula for many, 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 many years. And the reason is because it works. Because then you create a perfect story, and it's really easy to teach. When you are talking to other people, you just follow the 4 steps. And I tell you, you have the perfect story when you are talking to people. And it's short. It's less than a minute. You don't have to talk for hours. It's ideal when you have people in a presentation telling their story, because you know nobody's going to take an hour, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. I've seen presentations that last long because they're telling the personal story and they take forever. Here, again, it's a system by the one you don't have to talk for a half an hour about your story. But anyway, stories are so powerful because stories sells, facts tell. Now, there are several personalities in the world. There are 4 different main personalities, and one of them would tell you, no, facts sell. Oh, that only represents about 10% of the population, but the reality is the stories sell 90% of the time. Of course, you have to have the facts to back up the stories, but the stories are the most powerful thing that we have in isogenics. People must know why you are doing this. It's so important, because it's funny, if they don't know why you're doing this. It's like Lynn Hagedorn said, and I keep referring to her, and you probably heard me talking about her for the last probably couple of months. And the reason is because she's an example of how fast you can go. One of the things that she said is that when you are telling the story, you have to be really excited about what you are talking about. You have to say it in a way that people want to follow you. And if you're not telling them why you are in isogenics, you are saying, hey, I found this, it's so cool, you can lose weight, walk on water, and you may make some money. And it's not going to work if we have that attitude. It's why it's so important to not only to have emotion, but the reasons. Now, people buy stories, not things, and that happens in any case. When you see most of the commercials on almost everything, they are telling you what you can feel when you have whatever they are selling you. If you look at for example, the videos for the iPad or the iPhone, all of them are talking about the feeling that you're talking to somebody, talking to your relatives, going to places and being with the iPad, they are telling you about the feelings, the story. They are creating a story. They are not telling you how the iPad works, etc. Yeah, when you go to the website, you have all the text, but the technicalities, but they are telling you stories. Stories create images on people's mind. And that's so important. It's why the stories are emotional, and it's why we have to be emotional, not just to be like a robot saying, I join Isogenics because I feel so great. No, that doesn't work either. Maybe for a comedy show, but no, it doesn't work well. Okay, a good story has to be short, must create curiosity, must have a call to action in it. And the reason is because that's the purpose of your story, is for a person to join you, to be part of your team. Must cover the business if you want to create, and by the way, I want to, you want to create a strong residual income. This is a must. Many people talk about, and this is one of the challenges that I see with many people. They say that they are not having a lot of success attracting business builders, but it's because they never talk about the financial potential of the business. They never talk about their goals and their business. They never talk about the why, the real reason they got into the business many times are not the products only, are also the business. But they forget about that because they get so excited about the products. And they're telling, oh, yeah, I lost 20 pounds, 35. Do you want to join me? Well, some people will join, but no, they are not going to see the long-term vision, the long-term vision of changes in their life in many ways, not only the health side, but also on the financial time freedom. Okay, the formula is very simple. And I have it like B plus N plus E plus S equals successful story. And you're going to see in a second what that means. The B, for example, stands for before isogenics. Were you before isogenics? And I'm going to explain that in a second. E, your experience in isogenics. N, what is next? In other words, what you are expecting in isogenics. And then why you share with them. And by the way, Benz, like a Mercedes-Benz. Huh, that's interesting. I love Mercedes-Benz. That's why I did this anyway. Okay, let's start talking about how this works. Now, before isogenics, and you have to tell people what was your life before isogenics. Even if, by the way, if you join today, why you feel that it's making a change as soon as you join, what excitement you have, why you are in isogenics, but before isogenics, where you were before. This is the first part, where you were before isogenics. Okay, I hope you are taking notes, although, by the way, this is going to be recorded and you can just see it again or even download it. I think, by the way, we have this presentation, but a little different before. But anyway, we are going to record. We are going to upload it again. But anyway, explain where you were before isogenics. Example: before isogenics, I felt all overweight and I was living paycheck to paycheck without hope. You see here, you're including two things, and the reason is because obviously you are getting the benefits of the products, and also you are talking about the business. You know what is interesting? You can have the product by itself, and it's good, but then you are not going to have the vision of the business. You can have the business by itself, and it's good, and it's really good because people are looking, oh, I want to change my life. However, it's good always to have the business part because that's the support, the base of the business, that is the product benefit, because that's the long term. Anyway, as you say, it's really simple. Before isogenics, I felt all overweight, or before isogenics, I was tired, or before isogenics, I was not sure about my health, and I was living paycheck to paycheck without hope, or I always wanted to take a vacation, and I thought I never was going to have it, or something like that. Now, where are you now? This is the next one, the E. Where are you now? Explain where you are now in isogenics. Example. And then in a second, I'm going to tell you if you are brand new. Now I feel more energy than ever. I look younger. I release X amount of pounds, if that's your story. And I'm getting paid now. I'm excited about the future. By the way, some people are getting paid basically every week. But for some reason, they don't tell people because they feel ashamed thinking that they are not making $100,000 like Lynn Haggerton or $200,000 like Jimmy Smith or huge amount of money. Guys, the reality is that even if you are getting paid just $200 or $300 a month, it's good to tell people because most people are not getting that, and some side benefit is coming when you are making that kind of money, $200 or $300 a month. You're getting paid. You are paying your products. You're paying for your products. Now, if you don't have an amazing story, you can use other story. And before I go into this part, let me tell you, even if you want to use your own story, just let's suppose that I started today. I say something like, I got so excited now because before, just yesterday, I didn't have hope. I signed up today and I felt that I can change the world. And then you're going to tell the rest of your story that you're going to see in a second. But if you can use somebody else's story, like for example, a friend of mine has released 100 pounds and another already quit his or her job in less than a year. I know I can do it. I know I can. Oh, this is saying no, by the way. Okay, let me correct on real time. You see, that's the cool thing that you see that's live. Okay, and I know I can do it. I know alone I have people who are coaching me. This is important, by the way, when you said you are working with somebody that's coaching you. Now, when I started in isogenics, I was using Jimmy Smith's story. I was in nutritional products for years. Why I thought I didn't have a super successful story, and plus on the products. Plus, I was not using the product. I was not using the product yet. I didn't get my products until later. But anyway, I was saying something, Jimmy, a friend of mine that I know for years, he's 75, he's making $16,000 per month. I know I can do it. I'm so excited. I was telling his story, and people say, whoa, 76-year-old. Well, imagine that they would say now he's 85 and he's earning a couple of $100,000 a month. But that was at the time when I joined, he was making 16,000 per month, 16,000. But anyway, as I said, I didn't have the products when I joined. And you don't have to have a great story. I sponsored several people in my group before I got my products. I think I have probably about 14 people in my group by the time I got the products in my home. Excitement is so important. But anyway, let's go to the next one. Success says the next one. You're going to have success when it's the next part. Remember, B before isogenics, E your experience today. What is next? In other words, what are you expecting from isogenics? And now this is a very important part. Many people tell their story, and sometimes they are really good telling their story, where they are now, where they were before, but they are missing this, and this is really important because this is the one that's going to is going to create excitement in other people to join you. Where are you going? People want to know where you are going. If you watch, and I hope you watch at least one time the video with Lynn Hagedorn, she talks about that posture, saying, you know where I'm going. I'm going to be successful. I want you with me. Or I know that you and I together can be really successful, or etc. She was having a strong posture. And this is what you have to do, what you are expecting. Example, I expect that I will be earning $10,000 by whatever month you say, and I will quit my job. You have to show them, I'm going to be making 10, 20, 30,000 a month. I know I'm going to be successful. And this part is so important when combine it with the next one that I'm going to show you. I already give you a little hint. I expect that I will be earning 10,000, 20,000 a month by the end of the year, etc. And I quit my job. You have to see it with confidence. And by the way, the day that you say it with confidence because you believe it is so important to work in your belief, and we talk in other webinars, the importance of working on your belief by repetition, because the more confidence that you are that you can reach something, you're going to say stronger, more people will join you, and you will do the activities necessary to be successful. But again, I expect that we'll be earning 10,000 by December 31st, 2013, etc. Now, the next one is another one that I don't think most people teach this one. Some people, it's interesting, some leaders, I've seen them doing it, but they don't teach them because they don't see it at the time, but it's why you're sharing with your prospects. And this is what you say something like Lynn Hagedorn is doing, and I've been teaching for a long time, I have done for a long time. What are you sharing? The reason I'm sharing with you is because I know you and I together can be very successful. You come with me. That's the posture. The reason I'm sharing with you is because I know you and I together can be very successful. And say it with posture. And people are going to join you. Not everybody, but people are going to be excited to join you. As a matter of fact, even if you do it with people that you barely know, when you talk with confidence, holy cow, people drop to you. Now, this is put together the 4 elements, the 4 steps. Before isogenics, I felt all overweight, and I was living paycheck to paycheck without hope. Now I feel more energy and look younger than ever. I released 20 pounds. I'm getting paid now. My hope is back. and I expect that I will be earning $10,000 or more by the end of this year, and I will quit my job. And the reason I'm sharing this with you is because I know you and I together can be very successful. We can do the same thing. You see how powerful? Before isogenics, I felt all overweight, and I was living paycheck to paycheck without hope. Now I feel more energy and look younger. I released 20 pounds. I'm getting paid. Now my hope is back, and I expect I will be earning around $20,000, $10,000 per month by the end of this year, and I will quit my job. And the reason I'm sharing with you is because I know you and I together can be very successful doing this. How long do you think will it take you to tell your story? Not long, not even a minute. You can do this many times a day, not a year, a day. Really simple. That's it. You have a short story. Update your story every time you hit a milestone. In other words, the more money you're making, obviously you're updating, but the updating is easy, just a little switch. You can share your story in person, by phone, or messaging in social media. Really simple, the same thing, very short. I mean, this is the powerful thing. That's really simple. You can even email it. Share twice a day or more, 5 days or more in a week, obviously, and in a year or less, you may fire your boss. You don't need a boss anymore. Start tonight. Tonight, as soon as you get off the call, you can call somebody. You can do it on Facebook. You can send text messages. This is a really powerful way. By the way, let me finish here for a second. Guys, as you see, the story is really simple. And before I go into this, I wonder, Alex, I don't know if you have already some questions about this story.
Yeah.
Are you there, Alex?
Yeah. No questions yet.
Okay, before I go into the question, some of you saw me this posting, and the reason I have this here is to show you how simple our system is. And I know it doesn't have anything to do with the story right now, but it's something I wanted to show you guys, and I have it in my desk to remind me how simple the business system is. Your list, remember? Friends, family, business cards, social media, daily content, referrals. Who do you know? When I say referrals, you ask people, who do you know? And then connect your purposes to send your prospect to a tool, 2 or more per day, using your story, what you just learned. Present step 1 pre-qualification tool, videos on your site, enterprising woman, retire with an anchor career, experience isogenics, CD, microclose. When I say pre-qualification tool, this is a presentation actually. It's when you are sending people to a video, and these are the videos that I prefer to use. I love to have the CD, microclose CD, and the Prosper magazine, because I have a tool right away. You don't have to have it. You can ask the information from the person, and if you listen to my call this morning, the one, the daily call, I talk about a technique that you can use to get people email addresses, people that you meet. Anyway, and then the follow-up, you call your upline, follow the script, use the tools, keep following using stories and tools. Stories of somebody else, not yours, but also tools. I have also the possible objection that I can have: no money or no time, pyramid. It's too expensive. I have to talk to my spouse. I have to think about. By the way, the first one, no money or no time, actually I learned this Saudi from Michael Klaus and I say you in Boston. If somebody say, I don't have money, you say, would you like to change that? What do you think is going to be the answer? Alex, if I say to you, you say you don't have any money, and I say, would you like to change that? What would be your response?
See.
see, by the way, for those of you, let me tell you why I thought was really powerful. Most of the people, when they respond to money, and the reason I'm showing this is, again, is because I love to show the system in action, is that if what we were saying, oh, this is no extra money, you are replacing meals, you are replacing this, really, you are not going to spend more money. In their head, people don't believe you, because I didn't believe Jimmy when he was telling me that. And the more he told me, the more I was thinking, yeah, well, I'm not sure, because I didn't have in my mind the cleansing a full day. I didn't have in my mind that I was replacing meals. But if somebody has told me this, hey, would you like to change that? I say, yeah, I need more money. Or when the person says, oh, I don't have the time for this, would you like to change that? What the person can say. And if the person still is negative, you don't need that person. Pyramid. What is a pyramid? I'm glad we are not that. If negative, obviously. It is too expensive. Compared to what? and just leave it there. I had to talk to my spouse. Why? You have want to know then, and then let's call together. I have to think about. May I ask what do you want to think about? Lynn Haggerty brought something really powerful at the Isogenics in Boston. She said that when somebody said to you, and actually it was, I think it was Lynn or Lisa DeMaio, or no, it was Lynn Haggerty. She said that when somebody said to you, I want to think about, do you think they go home and they start thinking about? They forget about it. They're not going to be thinking about for 12 hours, the next 12 hours. It's why it's so important that you ask this question. But anyway, I'm not interested. Why are you not interested? In more time and more money or great health and fitness? Okay, Alex, if you tell me that you're not interested and I say, well, why you are not really interested? More time and money or great health and fitness? Which one you are not interested?
Yeah, that's a tough choice.
I know.
These things work, I have been using them, and it is amazing sometimes how well they work. As a matter of fact, I still remember when you called me, George, and I don't even remember exactly what you said, but your excitement was such that it's like it took what, like 30 seconds or so to join.
I know you gave me the credit card, and then a few days
Yeah.
later you called me. What is exactly what I'm getting?
Yeah.
Before you got your product. That was funny.
Yeah,
But anyway,
absolutely.
and here we have the different. If prospect want more product information, we have a lot of tools. If people want more business information, we have the tools. It's really simple. I know this doesn't go with the presentation that we did tonight, but I wanted to show you. Make sure this is already on the Facebook different groups that we have. Each of them you can print it out, have it in front of you. It's like a guide of what you must do every day and the possible objections that you have. But anyway, we were going to talk about the story today. I got sidetracked because I want everybody to understand that the business is simple. It's a question of consistency and persistency, and never, ever give up. But anyway, I want to stop talking here. And guys, if you have any questions, I'm ready. I think there's one, or somebody has a comment.
Yeah. Well, actually, Jay has some great questions all the time. And who was the guy by the chalkboard?
Oh, that was that was Mr. Einstein. Holy cow!
Yeah, actually, one question here, and it's how long should my story be?
Yeah, the idea is to have it short. It's less than 2 minutes short or long, in terms of whatever you want to talk. But if you follow the system as you saw, I told you the story in God, in something like less than a minute. Let me go back to go. Oops. Okay, let me go back here. Okay, this is the story. You see, here is when I put it together. I guess, okay, before isogenics, I feel all. Do you want to time it?
Yeah,
Alex?
let's
Okay,
time
let's
it.
start. You tell me when you have the ready.
Hold on 1 second. It's like no watches here. So.
And I'm going to talk slow. Some of you say that I talk really fast, but I'm not sure if that's the real thing.
Okay, here we go. Timer. There you go. Start.
Okay, I'm going to use what we have here on the screen. But before isogenics, I didn't have hope. I felt all overweight. I didn't have enough income. I changed a little things here just to give more time. Now I feel more energy. I look younger than ever. I released 20 pounds, and I'm getting paid every week. My hope is now back. I expect that by December 2013, I'm going to be making $100,000 a month. And I don't have a job. That's why I don't. By the way, I talk about my real goal here. But if you're talking, I expect that I will be earning $10,000 a month by the end of the year, and I will quit my job. And the reason I'm sharing with you is because I know you and I together can be really successful. Okay, how long it was?
Yeah, we'll deduct about 7 seconds, so it was about 30 seconds.
30 seconds. Okay, and I just on purpose I put some stuff in between to show you that you can do it in less than a minute. And that's the heart of the story. This is ideal, by the way, when you're having a meeting. You teach the people that you want some testimonials there. You teach the people this formula, and you can go really quick through those testimonials. But it's really simple. The idea is less than 2 minutes, but as you saw here, it was way less than a minute.
Yeah, actually, I'm just typing right now the answer to a question somebody asked me, but where can we find the recorded version of this webinar?
It's going to be how to get going. I think, oh shoot, I don't want to leave the webinar. Okay, how to get going. I have it here. What is it?
I'm
I
just going
thought I
to
have it here.
put that
Well, I'm going
on.
to put it here. How to get going. I thought I had it in my screen. Okay, it's coming here. Howtogetgoing.com, and then you see. Okay, let me use this tool. I love this tool. Okay, you are in howtogetgoing.com. Okay, hold on there. Now this thing is taking. I don't like when it counts the little thing because it means that it's frozen. Oh no, can you hear me?
Yeah, I
Can you
can
hear
I
me?
can hear you a little muffled. Okay,
Oh,
there
that's
you go.
weird. Okay. Okay, well, you know the how to get going here. Okay. And then why it's not okay, okay. And then here you see webinars. Okay. You can click there. And when you click there, you just go to this site, you just scroll down, and then you see here archives of past webinars. And then you click there and give you the webinars that they so far recorded. It's really
Yeah.
simple.
And George, while you are on this, we have lots of webinars and they're not very well organized as to what content and so on they have. And actually, I'm working on indexing them all so that you can find much easier which webinars you actually want to watch on what topics and what the main points covered are, so that you can either see them yourself or send them to some team members.
Yeah, however, something that you can do this in this box and the search that you see, you can actually write something like, in this case, Facebook, for example, and then you click here in search, and then it's going to give you different webinars that has to do or has something to do with Facebook. Okay, how to use scripts on Facebook. There's everything is related in some way. By the way, this is a great webinar. Recommend you to do how using your replicated website to prospect. This is something that we use every day. It's really powerful. But anyway, okay. Anything else?
Let's just see quickly.
Hold
No,
on, I got.
actually, just a few comments, but seems to be pretty clear. And I tell you one thing, with the stories, one thing that I was always worried about talking to people about the cleanse and so on was because I was overweight, and I continued to be overweight for quite a while after starting. I lost over 100 pounds, but people that were just looking at me at a certain point, they didn't realize that I had lost that much weight. And I was always worried about whether I should put that into my story. And it's just as simple as what you see on the screen there. Before isogenics, I felt I was overweight, and to tell you the truth, today I feel like uh, 15 20 years younger than when I joined. And this is something, the story is so powerful. And at the beginning I really didn't have a story, so I borrowed Jimmy's story, Jimmy
That's
the
right.
Butcher. And we built at the beginning basically with Jimmy's story. And his
Yes.
story was great because he walked away uh, from a six-figure income uh, to join Isogenics.
And guys, you can do the same thing because there are several people in your upline that they walk away from good incomes in other companies just to join Isogenics. Also, I'm one of them. But we were using Jimmy, and we're saying, yeah, and also because his age, we're saying he joined Isogenics at 74, and today he's 85, and he's earning an incredible income. I mean, he's a multimillionaire, but he took the risk at 74. And most people that we are going to be talking about isogenics, they are younger. Say, guy, you can do it. If this guy did it, you can do it. This guy was a butcher, not even a high school diploma. Come on, guys, you are a college student, or you are whatever you are. You can do it. And the moms are doing. Look what Lynn Haggerton has done: 6-figure income per month in less than a year and a half. Come on, guys. You can do it. I know you may say that person is special. Everybody has the potential to become successful. It's why the reason I'm sharing with you is because I know you and I together can be very successful. By the way, I'm using the last part. I always use that. And when I talk to Alex, when I say, I remember, not exactly word, but I remember telling Alex, you know that always, we've been doing this because I was in another business. I've been doing this because but I found something that I know you and I together could be more successful. And by the way, pay off, because suddenly Alex is millionaire. I'm a millionaire too. But I told him, I know you and I can be really successful in this. And he said, well, here's my credit card. Before he even knew what was for real the product of the company or the pay plan. He didn't know anything about the pay plan at that point yet.
Yep.
And excitement, the right story with excitement, whoa, get a lot of people into your team.
Yeah, I didn't even, there's a question upcoming here about the presentation of the comp plan. And, I don't think we even talked about the comp plan.
No, when we talked the first time, we didn't. Now, there is, if you have seen the Lynn Haggerton video, she has a really simple way to show the path of growing the pay plan. Now, we didn't have all those bonuses when we started. We were using the U plus 2, then plus 2, then plus 2, then plus 2, all the way to 12 months. That was what I was using when somebody wanted to know the potential of this pay plan. But we have some webinars that talk about the pay plan. As a matter of fact, I'm thinking I'm probably going to do one using how you talk to the person for the first time with the pay plan. But it's really simple. When you're excited, when you tell people, hey, just the 2 team members, and then you have the potential to get paid on everybody up to $700,000 a year, you want to get paid more. And the cool thing, when you bring 2 people and they bring 2, you make over $900. That's so cool. You can be making $900 in a couple of weeks. And if you want to make more, as I said, just by having 2 team members active, you can get paid up to $700,000 a year, and you can double that. You can match that or more. It's so cool.
Yeah, and George, Mike actually was asking whether you changed your compensation plan presentation, sort of similar to what Lynn Haggerton is doing.
Yes, kind of. And the reason is because now you show people how fast they can get in. One of the things that I tell people is when you bring 2 people and they bring 2, you can get paid about $928. And how do you do that? Well, you bring 2, then they bring 2, you become a manager, and you get paid all this. And when you bring 4 more, now 6, you get paid an extra $1,000. Well, I go through all the numbers, $1,120. And when you get 4 more, you get paid a total of over $5,000. That's so cool, and you can do it in the first 30 days. Yeah. The whole thing.
Yeah, we have
that's something that we couldn't say before. Remember, if we had 10 people that brought 2 people in the first 30 days in Isogenics, we have made probably about $800, not $5,000 like today.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, one quick question here from Joanne, and actually she wants to know do you have a follow-up system in place?
Yeah, well, the follow-up, yes, and we talk about the follow-up. I don't know if you saw the presentation, but as a matter of fact, Joanne, I'm glad you asking the question, because that you just gave me the topic for next week, because I want to update it with all the new things that we have. But yeah, the follow-up is really simple. The follow is very simple. First of all, you ask, and I'm not going to go in detail because, again, you just gave me the idea for next week. You ask the person always for permission to do follow-up. This is the way that I ask for permission. And I had it in one of the morning messages, I think last week or 2 weeks ago. You ask the person, it's okay if I keep in contact with you. And that give you license to kill. Excuse me, not license to kill, license to keep in contact with the person. And then what you are going to do in the follow-up, there are several things that you are going to do. First of all, you ask for their best email address. Now, the reason of the best email address, because just within our website, we have so much information that you can send one link to a person for a whole year and you still can keep sending information to the person. What I say with this, what do I mean with this? Okay, let's suppose that I talk to Alex, and then a week after I talk to him, I say, oh, well, first of all, as soon as I talk to him, when he say no, but I can keep follow up, I always send a text or an email saying, thank you for talking. It was great talking to you. I will be sending you information once in a while. A week later, I say, hey, here's something that happened amazing to this person, and I send usually a success story. Let's suppose that the ISOGEN had published one of the scientific studies in our products. Oh, this is a great study about our product, and I send the following week another one. Once a week, I'm sending the information, and you can put this on your on a folder in your Gmail account or AOL account, and you can have a lot of people that you are following up at the same time. You can be a little more sophisticated if you want to use Aweber or Constant Contact, but this is really simple. Next week, I'm going to be talking about that to show you how simple is the follow-up. And then, when it's a person that's really good, that person you call it also once in a while. You are not sending only emails, but if it's somebody that you feel that would be really successful, calling the person once in a while. We have people that have come into Isogenics. As a matter of fact, I have a guy that's coming in Isogenics that have followed up for 18 months. Probably it's going to be 2 years by now. And I send always information to the guy, and I talk to him every week and a half or every 2 weeks. We become so good friends that now it doesn't mind. We talk about everything, the planet, etc. And obviously, I always say, oh, let me tell you what happened in Isogenics. Let me tell you what happened in Boston. Always there's something that I'm bringing up. Or let me tell you about this email that I just received. All of us receive emails every week. There is always great information that you can forward to your prospects. Today, follow-up is much easier than just 8 years ago, 10 years ago. We didn't have the tools to do follow-up that we have today. Well, I went kind of deep on that, but next week, I'm writing in here, follow-up. That's going to be cool. Follow-up is really powerful, but obviously follow-up depends on one thing, on two things. Actually, no, let's go back to the slide, and you're going to see. Okay. In building your list, you have to have a big list. You have to connect a lot of times. You have to present a lot of times, and then you have a lot of good follow-ups. It's why the whole system works together, because you build a large list, you are connecting with people, you are presenting, and you are following up. And again, you can use just your regular email service, AOL or Gmail, or you can even go a little more sophisticated if you want to, using something like Constant Contact or Aweber, but 99.9% of the people don't need it. As a matter of fact, even though I have Constant Contact, I don't use Constant Contact. I still using AOL. I'm actually Mac.com. But anyway, I hope I answered your question, Joan. But next week, I'm glad you brought that up, because I think we have not have a follow-up webinar in a long time, or just about follow-up.
Great. Well, George, time to wrap it up.
Cool. No more questions.
Well, okay. Actually, yeah, one more question here. Mike wants to know when you're coming back to Vegas.
Viva Las Vegas. I'm going to be in March, at the end of March. I don't know, you know, but Adrienne is going to be competing on the National Miss Bikini, whatever. I don't know. She's been preparing, obviously, using Isogenics products. But yeah, I'm going to be going at the end of, talk to Jay. I assume that who is talking, Mike is what you said?
Yeah, Mike Wade.
Oh, Mike Wade. Yeah, I talked to Jay. He knows the day that we are going to be there. I think he does.
Well, let's see. Oh, now here's plans. Are there any plans for Colorado? Asks Lucy.
Oh, visiting Colorado? Not yet, but something that I'm going to be doing in the next week and a half. I'm going to be planning different trips to different places, and you will know through these webinars, and also I'm going to be posting them where I'm going to be in the next 4 months. I know I already have a plan trip for San Francisco. That's the first one that actually I was already booked for, but yeah, I'm going to be running around soon.
Yeah.
As soon
And
as the weather
Chad,
gets a little better.
yeah, Chad wants to know whether you're coming to Canada.
Canada, to Alberta, Canada. I guess Chad Nichols, no? Yeah, I don't see him here. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I would love to. I never been in Canada yet, and also I have. I see Joe Tursi is here from Montreal. I just see him too. Yep. That would be cool to go to Montreal or to Alberta. See who give me the best deal. No, I just joking.
Okay, so excellent. Well, then let's start wrapping this up. George, any last announcements or want to let us know anything special other than what you talked about happened at the Isogenics University
Well,
in
for
Boston?
those of you that are in the 90-day Blitz website, or it's not a website, on the Facebook group, I recorded the panel questions and answers that they have in Boston, and was amazing. I recommend you to go to, and if you are not, just look for 90-day Blitz and then ask for permission to join and see those videos. We probably, Alex, probably what we can do is to have a link from howtogetgoing.com to make it easier to
Perfect.
those videos. Because that was a powerful session, the questions and answer. Also, I had Lisa DeMayo there. That was an amazing presentation. But the panel was amazing because they didn't only talk like they usually do, only about objections, but also ideas about how to build the business. Especially put a special attention on what Michael Klaus said when he responds, because his experience in network marketing is amazing. And also the posture that Lisa DeMayo, Lynn Haggerton, and Kathy Savage had on that panel. Also, obviously, Holly DeMott and Ellen Bradley did a great job, but especially the posture. Uh, those three women that I just named, Lisa DeMayo, Kathy Savage, and Lynn Haggerton, they have grown really quick in Isogenics. All of the three of them came the same year in Isogenics. Kathy is part of our organization. Lisa and Lynn Haggerton are part of our family, Isogenics family. And put attention on their posture, because that's the secret of their success, the strong posture that they have with people. And they're really, really straight with people, and people like straight shooters. I know sometimes we think that we are going to offend somebody, but we are not. And when I mean straight shooters, that doesn't mean that you have to be a super aggressive. Like, for example, in the case Kathy Savage, she's really aggressive. She's from Boston. Or Lisa DeMayo, she's from New York. They have the East Coast personality that's really strong. But you see then Lynn Haggerton, she's also a straight shooter, but she's from the Midwest. The same Michael Klaus, he's a straight shooter, but he's much softer. But I like that they're really convinced of what they are saying. And I tell you guys, watch those webinars, no, those videos. And then the next thing, the last thing for today, is make sure you register for the Isogenic University in Phoenix or in North Carolina if you happen to be in North Carolina. I'm going to be in the one in Phoenix. It's in May. I don't remember the date, but you can find it on your back office. I'm going to be there. A lot of the people in our group are going to be there. Most of the people that went to the Boston also are going to be there, probably all of them, because they were so excited. And bring your team. The more people you bring to the events, the more successful you are going to be. And I know it's only a couple of months before convention, and some people were maybe thinking, yeah, but it's going to cost more. Well, guys, set up the goal right now. Set up the goal that you're going to go. Remember, a couple of president packs is $320. In the same week, obviously, 320 plus the cycles if you have cycles. It's an amazing event. Make sure you go. But anyway, I don't know if you have anything else.
No, that's it. Well, then thank you everyone for joining us. Thank you, George. Thank you to all of you that asked questions, sent us comments. and so on, and invitations. George, apparently you have to go to Canada to several places, and we look forward to seeing you next week with George's webinar on follow-up.
Yes, thank you. Okay, all right, guys, thank you very much, and I talk to you later. I had to get into a call. That's the calls that I've been receiving. They've been calling me.
Right.
Okay, guys, have a great one. See you.
Good night, everyone.